Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday around 10 a.m. New York time, and we're gonna go with a weekly technical video day. Guys, there is no question the trend is in favor of the US dollar. As you guys know, we were waiting for that for the last technically 2 months until it happens for the last 2 weeks. Now, the debate is which state the cycle is. We're still within wave 1, or this was all we got in wave 1. Now, when that happens, there is 2 things that you can use. You can use either, or first, the RSI, and second, the market correlation, when you're gonna be able to identify at least one pair which is gonna show you the clear count. Now, after doing the whole weekend of day, almost 100 charts right there, there is no single pair that is going to tell you exactly where the market is. Unbelievable. That doesn't happen that often, but technically it's happening. Now, let's go over. This is the US dollar index. We are not very comfortable with the count in the US dollar index. All we know is this. That send the low right here, you guys can see the RSI. It passed 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the highest read. Now, for our count, this is, it can be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this being wave 3 like we have it here, and then this being wave 3 or wave 3 in some degrees. It's very debatable, like I say. But if you take the labels out, all you can see is that this is the highest read on the RSI. Let me see. No, this is the highest read, which is the wave 3 or wave 3 being this one 103, and this being 303. That's the way it's supposed to be. Now, what happened? For those that like the RSI since that high have run almost, I would say almost 200 points in the US dollar index, but still have not made a new high. We are suspecting, according to the RSI, you guys can check on the side, that we're labeling this as an ending diagonal. When we got one, it goes like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3, and then from here you got A, B, C, 1, 2, and then this is the variable right here, but it looks on the RSI that is a 5-wave move. Or you can count this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, because this high give you divergency, 4 and a 5, and then the count came out to be something like, not the most beautiful ending diagonal in the world, something like this. When you got 1, 2, and then you got 3, 4, and then you got an extended wave 5 ending diagonal. It's possible. Why? Because you see on the RSI that this is the higher read, which is 303, and all you got is divergency. Now, if you look at the RSI from here, you got right here, you got the highest read of this cycle that started here. You got the higher read, and then you got a divergency. You got 3 back, you got the higher read, and then you got divergency. 3 back, and then you have the higher read. And on Sunday, the US dollar index should provide a new high with divergency. Now, that's the most conservative count. That's the one that made most sense with the RSI. But like I say, also it's possible that it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, or this was 5 when you go 1, 2, 3 4 right here, 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, and then this is 4, this is 5, this is 2, and now the RSI is nesting and the US dollar index nesting. All right, that's possible too. That's about the US dollar. Now let's move on to oil to see if we can get any indication of when this market is gonna go for starting next week. If we check on oil, this is the count that we're following. We believe that oil is already in wave 1 or wave 3 possible, and then we got 3 ways out, looks like a 3-way down, and now oil should trade higher on Monday, either to this resistance area around, I would say 103, or can go higher in the wave C to around this area, which is around 109. Which one is gonna do? I don't know. All I know is that we got it looks 5 ways here, it looks 3 ways back, it looks 3 ways back. It still can do this, to be honest with you guys. Still can do this and go from here. But I think that the next the oil is gonna trade higher in some degree. If oil trade higher, the US dollar should trade lower, and that's what we're waiting to get in the trade. We've been telling you guys it won't be easy. Never been easy when you change the trend, because the banks and everyone know that there is a change of trend, and consequently they know that everyone was expecting that, and they will make it that easy for us. Alright, so let's move on to the individual pairs now. Okay guys, the individual pairs are not saying that much. It's technically the same thing that the dollar. This is the most conservative counts that we came out with the euro dollar. There is 2 counts on the euro dollars that we can look at it. This is the first one. 1 2 1 2 3 4 ABC 1, ABC 2, I'm sorry, 3, this is 2, ABC 4, ABC C. This one looks like a 3-way in some degree. Remember we were expecting more to the downside, that never happened. This looks like a 5, a 3, and a 5. This is a clear 3, and that here is questionable. But well, that was the part of the news and I moved the market a lot. Now, if that's the case, this is wave 3. In Elliottwave, wave 4 should break the channel of wave 3. That's what happened. And then this is wave 4, and this is wave 5. Anyway, that's the most conservative counts. The trend, everyone know what it is. It's to the downside. Now, right here on Sunday should happen another low, either to 29.84 or even a little lower. I mean, not that low, to around, I would say 40.20 area, something like that. When that happens, all we need to do, guys, very clear, is check on the bounce. We will know by the remember, this is how it should be traded. The first leg is gonna indicate how deep the second leg is gonna be. For example, right here in wave A, after you got this A, the less that you can do is do this. You take the measure and you go to the 61A, and you say that if it's gonna be a 3-way movement correction, the most that it's gonna be, it was around 144.44, which is the 1.61A. That's what we were expecting in a wave 2 top, because wave C or wave 2 do not go to the 261A or anything like that. Most 161A. That's what we need to wait on Sunday, because we know that 5 ways ending here, and we need to see the magnitude of the bounce. Is this a bounce when the first 5 ways get into this area or to the 618 of the move, of this move? You should know that you gotta get short against this level. Why? Because that's telling you, I'm sorry, if you go to the 618, that's telling you that in the way C is gonna break this high. If the first leg goes to the 38 or 2, something like that, then you know that this is the wave 1 or wave 3, and you should stay in there. Now let me show the RSI on the euro. Same scenario. Look, send this low, which is wave 3 or 3. Look, one low with divergency, another low, and then we're gonna get the third low. So we like this count, to be honest with you. We like this count. We believe that this is have 95% to be the correct count, instead of the one calling this with wave 1 of wave 3. But never say never. We got divergency in all the time frames with these lows right here, which is telling me that a bounce to at least 144 should happen at some moment. Alright, now let's move on to more pairs. This is the New Zealand. As you guys know, we were waiting here to sell it. The New Zealand can be doing it like A, B, C, A, B, C, B, and then this being the same scenario, this being wave 1 or wave 3. Now there is another count that goes A, B, C, A, and then goes a flat in wave B when you got A, B, C, B. This is C. I'm sorry, A. This is C, and this is a flat wave 3. When you got the C wave so far right here, if we got a new low below this right here, and then it's gonna get back in 3 ways to the upside. That's why we decided to put every trade that we have in hold until we see what happens Sundays or pre-market, or Sunday or Monday in the regular market. Alright, 2 scenarios, same scenario. Either this is wave 1 or 3, or it's gonna get back in 3 ways to our entry point right here on the New Zealand. This is the dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss, we got exactly 2 counts. The first one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, and then we got 1, 2, and another 1, 2, like a nest. It's creating a nest to the upside. Now let's check on the RSI. RSI is telling you the first cycle ended here. Look at the divergency with a high, and then it goes 3 ways back. Second cycle, look at the divergency with a high in this one, back, and we're gonna get a send, and ending divergency 3 ways back. Now as you see on the RSI, there are 3 cycles. That's why also can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And then do like we say here, like a leading diagonal, when we're gonna get 3 backs, and then we're gonna jump over. I mean, when we were only 1, 2, 3, we were calling like this was a nest, and this was wave 1 or wave 3. But the magnitude of this wave right here is telling me that possible all we have is a 3-way back. These 2 scenarios, so let's put it simple. Again, you gotta see the reverse right here. When the new high happened on Sunday, you gotta see the 3 ways back and the magnitude. If the magnitude call for a short like this one, put it this way, look at this, guys. Let me show you what I'm trying to explain. Look right here, you see this is the wave A. Right, what you do is you take the figure of the cycle. This is the cycle. If you see that goes to the 3802, most likely the C wave is gonna go either to the 50 or 61A or 76.4. Now if you see that this wave A should have come in 5 ways, I would say to around here, and then you say, oh, it's debatable. Why? Because the 3 back, then the C wave should trade below the A, so that's telling me that it can be a higher degree. But that's all we need to weigh on Sunday, guys. Okay, this one is the cat. The cat is showing, like everyone, a 2 counts, but the cat is very particular, and because you see the clear 5 here, you see 3 bats here. This is the trade that we missed, but look, that was our entry. Look at the 76.4. That was our entry, and guess what? It came out to be about 5p short. Now we see 5 ways here, we see 3 back here, and we see 3 ways here almost completed with a new high. The thing is this. You didn't get it. The thing is this. This is wave B that we were also. I want to show you guys this. Look. If you take a look, this is the wave A. And look at the C. This is the A. And look at the C. To the 618. And we were waiting on the equal leg. Unbelievable. But well, sometimes the trading cat no want you to trade like that. So now what I mean is this. Same scenario. It goes either 1 2 1 2 and another 1 2. You're gonna see the magnitude of the back of the drop. But this case, because it can be 5 A B C A B C B, and then 5 ways to our entry of 70 and around 95, and then a reverse back, and this being a huge flat wave, big wave 2 or B, whatever. Now look at the RSI in the cat. Look, the higher read on the RSI that we have is this one right here, which is 75.57, which is the 303 of the first leg. This one read 74, this one read 73. That's suspicious enough to take into consideration the flat scenario. Why? Because it shouldn't be. This one that broke about the high here should have broke the divergence on the RSI. Alright? So let's keep that in mind with the cat. Now, gold and silver, we believe, yeah, 1 second before we get into the pound, because I want to show the pound and the euro pound before we get into the gold and silver scenarios. The euro pound, the pound can be counted 2 ways: 1 2 3 4 5, 3 bags. But this one got a good reverse. If you look at it, this one went to the 50%, and then this being wave 103, this being wave 103, and now get back into it. Now what happened is that if you see this part right here, looks like 1 2 3 4 5, right? Perfect. The thing is that needs to end right here, because wave 1 is longer, or is bigger, I'm sorry, than wave 3, and then wave 5 needs to be shorter than wave 3. If not, this is gonna be a 3 ways, and all we have is wave 1 ending here, and got ABC, A, ABC, B, like a double zigzag, B, and then a 5 wave move higher. And that's what I'm waiting. That's what I'm waiting on Sunday, because that's gonna confirm to me that this is a flat and it's a bull trap in the US dollar that is making everyone believe that we are in wave 3 when it's still in wave 1. Because if you measure here, guys, look, the mention of this wave, if it's a triangle by wave 4, it started here. So we only need the lowest 43. If it reached 37, that's saying that this is a 3 wave move, and then that's saying that because it's a 3, this is a 3, you're expecting 5 back. Be aware of that. Now let's see the euro pound. Okay, the euro pound is another trade that we're gonna send tomorrow. And what is calling the euro pound? For a recovery in risk, for a recovery in the euro. Why? Because look, a euro pound is showing a clear structure to the downside, where it goes 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 and a 5. We got divergency. We got what it looks to be a 3 ways back, A, we should get a 3-wave B and a C wave that we're gonna sell it around this area, which is the previous one too. Usually when you got in Elliott wave, when you got an extended one, the base or the end of, I mean, like when you got this right here, the one was either extended. You should get, usually when you get an extended one, the wave 2 ends around the wave the wave 2 of the previous degree. So technically it should end around 85.76. This telling me that the euro should get strong, and we got a nice divergency. Look, same here, which is the wave 303. We got divergency already, so it's very possible. It's very possible that we get a pullback that we were waiting for. Now, gold and silver, guys, do not touch it. There is no clear yet from the top if we got a 5 or we got a 3. So do not touch it. Gold look more bullish. I still like gold to be within getting to a wave 5 at some moment, because I'm expecting the S&P to go high also. Now, finally, let's check the last peaks on what we call the OCDA, which is oil, dollar, S&P, and CAD. Let's look at the S&P. And the S&P, this is what it's showing. 1, 2, 3. It looks like either it's making a triangle 4 to bust higher if this was all we got in wave 4, or still people get, I saw yesterday that program is NBC, Money in Motion, and they were talking about the 1330, and I believe they're wrong. To be honest with you, I believe they're completely wrong. Why? Because 1330 is not that important. What is important is this level, which is 1294. I believe that there is still a chance that this be a triangle wave B, that it busts down to around this area, and from here goes higher, and still this is the diagonal. Now, the most likely scenario is like this is that all we getting in wave 4 is a triangle when we got A, B, C, D, E, and then we're gonna bust from here to the new high on the top, and that's gonna take, that goes pretty well with the weakness in the dollar, that goes pretty well with it with the strength in oil. So this is the scenario that I like, that we got. This is 3, A, B, C, D, E, and then on the beginning of the week it's gonna trade high. So guys, be aware about everything. That's all we need to know by Monday, and then by Sunday, and then we're gonna be all over the market, because like I was saying, it won't be easy, guys. It won't be easy to jump in with a nice position unless you take a huge risk trade. Okay guys, thank you. Have everyone a nice weekend.